I'm Woodson Gardner.
And I'm Chris Doyle.
And welcome to the Ariix Business.
What we believe is the greatest opportunity that exists in the world today. Before I give you a lot of information about Ariix, let me tell you who Chris Doyle is, because I think it's good to know what your source of information is coming from. As a conventional business owner for many years, I've actually employed as many as 500 people. I owned a manufacturing facility that did work for some of the largest companies in America. When I entered the direct sales or network marketing industry over a decade ago, it was something I really didn't expect to be doing long term. I really didn't understand it. I was a bit skeptical, I'll be the first to admit. But after getting involved and learning that really there's not that much difference in it in conventional business from the standpoint that it takes hard work, it takes time, and it takes dedication, the biggest difference in the two was the amount of risk involved. And that was something I really had not noticed. But you really think about it from a conventional business standpoint, really, what's the risk? What's my return? That's really what you have to look at as you evaluate Ariix. What's the risk involved here? What am I going to have to do to make an income stream? And the good part is it's relatively low risk. Bad part is that means you don't have a lot to really worry about, so you may not work as hard because the risk factor, let me assure you, if you have your home mortgaged, I can promise you, if your house is mortgaged and you've borrowed everything you can against your life, you will spend every waking moment trying to make sure that business succeeds. So let's talk just briefly about Ariix. You see, I had been in this industry for over a decade, as I mentioned. Having enough success to earn millions of dollars in this industry, I actually wrote a book that was published a few years ago. And so I had really enjoyed what this industry has done for me. So I don't have to be sold on the industry. What I had to be sold on was this company. And I really knew the criteria that I needed before I picked out a company. You see, most people pick a company in the wrong way. They start looking at the products. Certainly products are extremely important. But the most important facet about any company is the management team. Who's running that company? Because I have seen multiple companies in this industry with a great product that never got off the ground. Yet I've seen companies with inferior products that I couldn't understand why anybody would want to use become big companies. So what I was looking for was that mix, that blend that was perfect, meaning they had a great management, great product, great comp plan. So I had a lot of criteria before re-enter with the company. So to say that I was going to be a hard sell would be an understatement. But when I looked at Ariix, what I found was an incredible management team. I mean, the guys that owned this company had already taken another company to a $500 million company, publicly traded, and was actually noted on the New York Stock Exchange as being the most efficiently operated network marketing company in the country. Even though the management team can be phenomenal, they've got to have a great product line. And I don't really have to go into a lot of details there. I'm personally experienced the product line. I can show you so many before and after pictures on the Slenderize product. But the wellness product, and let's just say this, let's just get right down to it. The wellness industry as a whole is literally hundreds of billions of dollars in products. So let's think about this from a financial standpoint. We already know we're in an industry that's huge, and we know we've got amazing backing on our product line. But let's also talk about something that's unique. See, I think to really take a company to a huge level, what I think is going to really be special is unique products. And one of the neat parts about this company is that they are really doing an unbelievable job with developing of products that are unique, not just a product that does basic things, but things that are different than anybody else offers. Well, they sell outside the network, and I can assure you from my own experience, I have no problem selling products. People are excited when they feel better. People are excited when they see your results. And then, of course, probably the most important thing to me before I really made a decision was the compensation plan. I have looked at compensation plans after being in the industry for so long. I have studied comp plans and been shown pretty much every comp plan in the industry. After studying this comp plan, I was so amazed at what it offered. I have never seen a comp plan that's in the league with this one. And then one last thing, would this company appeal to top earners? Well, I guess I fit that category. I'm a former top earner in another company, and I can tell you that it certainly appealed to me. But one of the things that made it so appealing to me is something called the Bill of Rights. I'm not going to go into each one of them, but it's the only company that I have seen that gives you the ability to appeal different decisions. The company's guaranteeing to you things like the compensation plan and your ability to not be terminated wrongfully, or they will not go, and it's probably one of the biggest things is they can't go retail. They guarantee they're going to stay as a network marketing company long term. We've seen so many companies in this industry that didn't happen. One other criteria would be the training end of it. Folks, probably one of the biggest things about this was the management team, but it was also a distributor by the name of Tim Sales. I had the utmost respect for him, had never met him, but I knew who Tim Sales was. He had written multiple training videos for the industry. He was an industry advocate. Folks, he has been on Larry King Live. And what I didn't know was Tim happened to be from Tennessee. He's a former Navy SEAL. But the fact is, Tim in this industry was an icon. The fact that he was a part of this company certainly attracted me to be willing to look at that. The company has got an incredible training system that was built by Tim. Not only is he, everybody knew who he was, but he has spent hours and hours building a system of training that we can all use and tap into for a new representative. So you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to know what to do. It's all going to be spelled out for you and what to do to get started. Now let's talk about the Ariix vision for divisions. When you think about Ariix, the thing here is that you're not going to be thinking about a brand name product. Slenderize is a brand on its own. Nutrify is a brand. The Purity Water Filtration. Healthy Baby Academy is just around the corner. Healthy Financials. There'll be different people who will be passionate about different divisions. That's what can take a company into really huge growth. Let me give you an example of a company I used to do a lot of business with that you may never think about as being such a huge company. It's called VF Corporation, Vanity Fair Corporation. What you don't realize is they have 35 brands under their label. They're the largest garment manufacturer in the world. Who do they do manufacturing for? How about this? They own Lee Jeans. They own Wrangler Jeans. They own Rustler Jeans. But see, that's just jeans market. They also own Nautica, Red Cap, Timberland. See, we could go down the list, Jan Sport. The fact is, you don't think about VF and all these brands. Even I didn't, as doing work for those guys for many years. Matter of fact, when I started doing Wrangler jeans along with the Lee jeans, I didn't even realize the check was going to come from the same offices. See, that's what you don't understand. The Ariix logo and the way we've designed this and where these guys' vision is, there'll be multiple companies, multiple logos that come up under the Ariix. And what we're seeing today, listen, in 15 or 20 years, you will see so many divisions. That's what I believe is going to take this company into a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So let's talk just a little bit about the Ariix growth and where they are already. Ariix did over $30 million its first 12 months. Over $30 million its first full year in business. So think about that just a minute. They opened 10 countries. I know companies that have been open 10 years that haven't gotten into 10 countries yet. As a matter of fact, I was a part of a company that after 12 years was only in 3. So when you think about the fact of their growth, I mean, it is incredible where they're going. Then the real question about this compensation is, how many ways can I get paid? There is so many ways to get paid in this compensation plan. They call it brilliant compensation. The fact is, it's called an Activate compensation plan, which means you can build infinite wide or infinite depth. But I'm going to talk to you just a little bit. Obviously, we have retail sales. That's going to be one way you make an income stream, just because you can buy your product at wholesale. And there's going to be people who see the results for you who are going to want to buy products from you. The other thing is the base commission. I want to talk to you just simply about base pay, base commission here. Let's stay on the premise of 4 people, because we talked about getting 4 people would make you enough commission, earn you enough commission that you're paying for your own product that you're using per month. So let's just talk about 4, because if 4 people got 4 people, that's 16. And if 16 got 4, that's 64. And if 64 got 4, that's 256. I'm sure you're recognizing how the growth of numbers can be. And if 256 get 4, then you're going to start seeing some real numbers, 1,024. And if 1,024 got 4, 4,096. And if 4,096 got 4, that's 16,384. And all I'm talking about is, basically speaking, someone purchasing at least 75 points of products being delivered once a month. Now think about that just for a moment. If that was the case, 4 just got 4, and folks, I got more people. Personally, I'm using way more than that. I'm using 300 or 400 points per month, but I'm talking about 75. If that was the case, your compensation, if it was balanced equally, would be over $100,000, over $120,000 per month. That's the mathematical equation. Now, we all know that's not going to work perfectly. I'm just trying to give you an understanding of the volume that is created. So let's take this backwards. Let's just talk about a small percentage of that working out. 10% success rate. A 10% success rate, let's just say on level 5. That would be, several $1,000s per month. I mean, I just want you to understand that this is not going to work perfectly, but you are paid to unlimited depth. So our base pay cuts off at $2,000 per week. So what if you just built an income stream of $2,000 per week in base pay? Let's say at a part-time basis, it took you several years to do that. Folks, understand that's residual income. That is income that's going to continue to pay you month after month. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in that that this compensation plan is complex. Though it's not that complicated, once you understand it all, there's savings bonuses, there's matching bonuses that I hadn't even talked about. But in order to understand those, you're going to need to spend several minutes studying our comp plan. A part of this DVD has got in-depth details from 2 different videos that you can watch on how the compensation plan works. I encourage you, if you're looking for a new income stream, that you do some studying on those. As I finish up about this compensation plan, there's no way I'm going to be able to explain everything in the short few minutes we have together. As we said, there's detailed information on that elsewhere. The thing I want you to realize, this really comes down to you. You know, you may just be interested in using some of our products. You can buy them wholesale, you can buy them retail. That choice is really yours. And details about that is also going to be explained. But if you're truly looking for an income stream or you're looking for a business opportunity, a lot of times we close our minds and start thinking about what's not going to work. I was there a decade ago. But I challenge you to look at the business merits and think about the options. The wellness industry, true, is growing like crazy. Why? Baby boomers. Folks, if you don't recognize that there's more people turning 60 and 65 every day than ever in history, there's more people getting into that age where they do not like getting older. They're trying to fight that. We're in an age of people who are overweight. Folks, we got the products that people are looking for. So if you're looking for an income stream, if you're looking to make more money, look at this company in real depth and realize what the opportunity is. Because that's really all this is an opportunity for you and I to build a team together, to help people's health. Wow, what a great way of making money, helping people's health. And you know what? And at the same token, we can also help some people's financials in the same way. So if I can ever help you in any way, we hope you become a part of our Ariix team because we work together to achieve success together, including our health together.
Here's a little bit about my business background. I come from the real estate world. That world was very good to me. I really wanted to be my own boss and set my own hours, so off I went. I was a one-man show. Well, quickly we started expanding. Business started growing. Little did I know that we were going to become one of the largest real estate machines in the eastern United States. After Goldline Research did an extensive study and hundreds of thousands of different realtors and real estate businesses were looked at and scrutinized and tested actually, we were fortunate enough to be ranked as the #1 most dependable realtor in the eastern United States, and that was published in Forbes magazine in the December 2008 issue. It seemed to the world that I had the tiger by the tail, but I was raising a family. That business now owned me. The market was changing. We couldn't adapt fast enough to overcome the hemorrhage in funds and money and lost transactions that were happening across the country. I needed to reinvent myself. And because the network and the referrals that came in through that network, I knew I needed to be in a business that would offer leverage, low risk. I had risked a lot and leveraged myself financially a lot in the real estate world. And I also needed something that was referral-based because I understood relationships and relationship marketing. That is the real estate business. That is why network marketing appealed to me, and specifically, that's why Ariix made so much sense. Divisions, a multitude of products. To reiterate what Chris was speaking of when it comes to our different divisions, you might want to think of them as brands or completely different product lines. I just knew that I saw diversification and I knew how important that was in a solid business plan. Fantastic leadership. And then I started looking at health and wellness as a trend, as an industry, tens upon tens of billions of dollars being spent on it. That's just within our borders. But this is a global company. And I wanted something that had a global outreach. I wanted to create a legacy for my family. And speaking of family, I actually wanted to spend time with them. In my traditional business, that physical plant owned me. But here, thanks to Ariix and the multitude of different divisions they have, we have something for everyone. And it makes sense to anyone willing to look at it from a business standpoint, health and wellness, something they want to do for the community, the environment, or everyone as a whole. Our Chief Medical Director, Dr. Ray Strand. Now, not only is he a best-selling author, but he's been practicing medicine for over 40 years and practicing optimal nutrition for almost 2 decades. Who better than to introduce us to the Nutrify line, a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge science for health and wellness. Let's face facts. Between the baby boomers, children not getting proper nutrition, and people just like me that want to feel better, the entire Nutrify line, I could not believe the difference it made in our life and in many other people's as well. Then we have Slenderize, a revolutionary weight loss system that not only boosts your energy, but makes you feel good from within, and who doesn't want a slimmer waistline? And then there's Purity, pure water. Water is our most precious resource, not just for the world, but for our bodies. Well, we're very proud to have a portable water system that does not require potable water for you to have 99.9994% pure water every time that you use it. I love my Purity water bottle. And then there's Revive, our health and beauty line. That's something that all of us use every single day, from personal care products to you name it. The Revive line gives me the happiness, the knowledge, and the peace of mind that I'm not putting any harsh chemicals in my mouth or on my body, just in my daily routine. But there are other divisions coming that we're extremely excited about. Healthy Baby Academy, Healthy Home, Healthy Financials, and there's no limit to the product divisions that Ariix can introduce to the world. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Ariix business. For more extensive information on our Activate compensation plan, please watch the compensation training video on this DVD. We look forward to helping you build a global business with Ariix.